Seeds, welcome back to Irene the Cocoa Queen. So today we're going to be making ladyfingers. These are vegan ladyfingers. They're really soft on the inside and very sweet and light. They're perfect with tea or coffee, but especially when making tiramisu. So in the next week, we are also going to be posting a tiramisu recipe where we actually use these ladyfingers in the recipe, so stay tuned for that. Before we get into the kitchen, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel because you know that we are freeing all beings one recipe at a time. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified every single time we upload a video. Let's get in the kitchen. So this is a great recipe because we're only needing one bowl to make this recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is take a half cup of granulated white sugar, place it into the bowl. And to it, we're gonna be adding a cup of vegan butter. So I'm using the brand Flora, but you can use any kind of vegan butter that you have in your country. If you're in the States, I suppose Earth Balance would work great. So now we're just gonna be adding about a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Perfect, smells delicious. So I realize using an electric mixer is a little old school, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do now is going to mix this up until it's nice and frothy and pale yellow. So you can see that the texture has changed. It's nice and fluffy and almost white in color. And now it's time to add in the flour. So we're adding in 2 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, along with a teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm just gonna use a spoon first just to mix it in a bit, only because I don't want the electric mixer to sort of powder the lens and myself with flour. And now we are ready to use the electric mixer. Okay, so I didn't mix it for too long, maybe just about 10 seconds. So I'm gonna be using a piping bag to pipe the mixture onto some parchment paper. This is the tip that I'm using, it's just a round tip. So all I'm gonna do is place some of the mixture inside. I'm going to show you guys how to pipe this onto some parchment paper. So I've just got a tray here lined with parchment paper, and now I'm going to squeeze just like that, and I'm sort of doing a zigzag with my hand. See? Cute little ladyfinger. Squeeze, do a little zigzag, just like that, and release. Once again, we squeeze. We move the piping bag side to side, and then we release. We're gonna bake these at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 to 15 minutes. And actually, this recipe makes about 20 ladyfingers, depending on how big you make them. If you're making them about this size, it should make about 20. So these delicious babies were actually in the oven for 14 minutes. So now they've cooled a little bit, and you can see that the bottom is kind of golden brown and they're cooked, so you don't need to cook them over 14 minutes. And it smells like marshmallows in here. It smells so delicious. And I tell you, this recipe is so foolproof. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. It's super easy. And these ladyfingers, actually, you can use them in a tiramisu recipe. They would be fabulous in a tiramisu recipe for sure. So these are vanilla-y, sweet, slightly crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. Oh yeah. Look at that. Incredibly delicious. So if you like this video, smash that like button. If you loved it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel because you know that we are freeing all beings one recipe at a time. So also the recipe that we did today, the ladyfingers, we're gonna use it for our next recipe, which is gonna be a tiramisu recipe, a vegan tiramisu recipe. And I'm super excited to show you that. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys then. So, mwah.